Brownie, obviously very happy.
Yeah, look, we've had a bit of a month where it was periods of a couple of games where we'd done enough to put ourselves in a good position and did, and then obviously last week we had the big strip out against Cronulla, and so to come here tonight and we've got our share of problems with blokes not playing, and I thought the way we started the game was our best start to the game for a month for sure. We kicked far better and put the opposition, made the game a little bit more difficult for them, which was helpful.
Where does that put you in context of your season? It must give you some hope and some encouragement.
Oh yeah, look, one of the big things we said when we came in the year, we didn't say where we're going to be. We just said we're going to be a fair bit better than the team than what we were last year, and I think everyone would agree that we certainly are that. And unfortunately, we've had a few changes, and the junior situation obviously had a bit of a negative impact on us. But Cog's had his best game today, and it shows when players in key positions, do certain parts of the game well, how much it benefits the rest of the team. And as I said, it was by far Jack's best first-grade game I've seen him play.
It's been a difficult month leading up to tonight, but the experience that the guys got, some of them coming in for injured players, would be a big benefit to them, wouldn't it?
Yeah, having Aidan and a few blokes that know their way around the field, we've got we're obviously, losing Junior, we lost that in the halves, and our halves and fullback are very young. And even today in the game, you can see at times when, when we have sides in a position, we're always thinking, how can we score a try sometimes, where, a more experienced player can, sometimes pull back a touch, and but we certainly don't want them not to play with that fear neither, so particularly Connor and Caelan, they sort of play without fear a bit, and if they make a mistake, they just go straight back on the front foot if they get the chance, so we certainly don't want them to lose that, but there's times when we need to probably do the simpler play rather than look for the big play sometimes. But having Aidan and a few of those experienced blokes out there that have been around the game a while, it certainly helps our younger players. They know how to play through tougher periods, and Aidan had a couple of moments in the first half where they had a break and he scrambled well, and some little effort areas which helped keep Parramatta to 0. So those older guys know, as I said, they know their way around the field, and it certainly rubs off on our younger players.
Daniel Saifidi.
Outstanding, outstanding. I think the Gold Coast drop may have been a light bulb moment for Daniel Saifidi, but he played tonight like I expect him to play. That's what I expect Daniel Saifidi to play like. He was pretty fair last week against Cronulla. He was our best player, and tonight, with the Aidan's obviously got a lot of experience, but your Barnetts and Fitzgibbons and Levi's and these blokes, there's a lot of younger blokes playing Kingy and that, and he played like, as I said, he played like I expect him to play, and I hope he expects that of himself. But since that moment against the Coast, he's certainly doing some things a little bit different and better. And as I said last week, I thought he was our best player, and today he was like a long way ahead, the best front row on the field by a long way.
That try saver, he knocked the ball out.
Yeah, super. Yeah, it was outstanding. So it's great, and we've as a club we've banked on some of those young blokes, and we need them to play well and and raise their water level. So that's why we backed him, because we had some faith in a lot of blokes we let go. Him and Lockie Fitzgibbon and Mitch Barnett and them blokes. We put a lot of faith in them as myself and Moons and the club and the staff, and we need them to play like that so we can get results like we did tonight.
Aidan, you spoke yesterday about talk being cheap, and that you had to actually get out in the field and produce it. You must be wrapped in the response from the team after what happened last week.
Yeah, definitely. After last week, it was a pretty dejected room back home at McDonald Jones Stadium. And after that, you sort of do tend to talk a lot. And I think, we spoke about if we sit here and just talk, then there's no use us even talking to each other. And we went out there tonight, and actions came first. Talking came first, but actions quickly followed, and that's what we wanted.
Where does that sit as a win this season, given what you've been through the last month?
Yeah, after performances like we went last week, you can go either way, really. You can affect you in a negative way, or it can affect you in a positive way. And I think, credit to the coaching staff and the playing group, we've got together and we come out and put a positive performance. So it's a step in the right direction. We've still got areas we want to work on, but yeah, I'll rate that up there. Just the fact that the bounce back factor that from the week before.
get through unscathed, Brownie?
I would think so. There's a few bumps out there, you know, but I think, you know, all the guys that played have come through okay. There's a few bumps, but we would expect that, you know, all those guys to be fit next week. Yeah.
Chris Heineken, Brownie, how's he?
Yeah, just a concussion badge. Yeah, he unfortunately failed the head test. He thought it was last week, so he was ruled out. So, but no, he's fine. He's recovered now and he's in good spirits.
You got a thought on the tackle?
Oh, look, it's, you know, the game will deal with it, you know. You know, when things go bad, look, things aren't going great for Parra and they lose blokes with injury, you generally lose them with suspension, just like us this week. You know, the last couple of weeks when things weren't going well, we lost 4 blokes in 2 games and a suspension as well, you know, and that's what happens when things aren't going well for you. But, you know, hopefully things can work out favourably for Parra because, they're in a tough spot at the moment and I've been there before and you know, you don't like to see other people going through, you know.
You'd be happy for Corey Dennis, Brandon?
Was sort of mentioning there, like this year when Cogs played against the Tigers, that was his first grade win after obviously getting beaten up a fair few times 2 years ago, and Corey played a handful of games, you know, well before his time in 2 years ago, and I don't think I'm not sure he even looked like recognising what a win was like in first grade, and today was a good result for him. You know, he did. You know, Michael Jennings. I know Parra's not going well at the minute; they're doing it tough a bit. But Michael Jennings has been playing really, really good, and Corey did a great job on him when he was there. So yeah, it's a really good starting point for him, and all the guys are happy for him.